Hello everyone, I'm outside the TARDIS. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my trip to London. Let's get into it. Yes, that's right, my friends, as my very muffled past self just said. Today we're going to be going over how I met Matt Smith, bought this fez, and almost got trapped in London. But hey, if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. This is going to be a wild video, so yeah, any support would be greatly appreciated. We're almost at 17,500. I also have Twitters and Instagrams, if you'd feel free to follow any of those, that would be absolutely fantastic. Both of which are linked in the description. But with that said, let's just get right into it. I'm so excited. So yes, in case you weren't aware, I recently attended London Film and Comic Con on the Saturday with a number of friends with the objective of meeting the one, the only, Matt Smith. Now, for those of you who've been around for a while, or even if you just follow me vaguely, you'll know Matt Smith is my favourite Doctor. Tennant was my first one with the next Doctor, but Matt Smith was the one I truly grew up with and felt was my Doctor. I had the costume as a kid, his episodes are often the comfort watches I have when I'm going through rough patches, and overall, he's not only my favourite Doctor, but one of my favourite characters in fiction in general. So the idea of meeting Matt Smith has been something that's been building up for like, as long as I can remember. But the journey to get to that meeting was not one without trial and tribulation. Now getting there was pretty standard, got on the train and stuff like that. However, due to industrial action, the trains were absolutely buggered, and they packed it so much that it was like being in a sardine can. There were people sat on each other's laps, on the floor. It was carnage. But once I finally arrived, it was pretty cool. I did unfortunately miss a costume picture with Sylvester McCoy, which I'm very salty at, but it couldn't really be helped. The con itself was massive, and queues were very long. In fact, one of the reasons I said that meeting Matt Smith was a challenge not without its own tribulations was because I literally had to queue twice to get an autograph. The first time I queued, by the time I was like nearly at the end, he went for lunch. So I got some lunch myself and queued again. And then with the picture, whilst I was first in line for that...
Look at him in the queue to see Matt Smith. So excited.
He was running behind due to previous photo shoots, because they did House of the Dragon and Doctor Who themed TARDIS photo shoots, as well as regular photo shoots, which was the one I got. But once I actually met the man himself, it was really, really cool. He is a really nice guy. He made sure to ask everyone, how their day was going, give everyone a fist bump on the way out of autographs. And here is the picture I took with him, with the fez worn sort of on his head. I think this image is one of the funniest con images, or at least my favourite con image that I've ever taken. It's just really, funny to me, I don't know why. Although, funnily enough, I didn't actually turn up to the con with the fez. You can actually see footage of me encountering one in a stall and deciding to buy it. So I guess I never could walk past a fez.
Someday, you could just walk past a fez.
Never gonna happen.
Here is the picture of me and Matt Smith. Obviously, I'll see if I can get the digital version up on screen for you guys as well. Here's the print I got autographed. So they were handing out numerous prints. I decided to go for this Series 5 one. It just felt the most appropriate. I don't know why. Series 5 is my favourite series of the Rival as well. So I just thought, that's a nice little thing for past me. And all these things will undoubtedly end up on my back wall at some point. So keep an eye on updates for that. And I also managed to get another signature from the man, the myth, the legend, Sylvester McCoy. Yes, that's right. Even though I missed my photo op with him, I did still manage to get something signed, specifically this Power of the Doctor print. I just thought that, seeing as he was in the show recently, it would be nice to have something to commemorate his most recent appearance, and I'd argue that the Ace and Seven scene is my favourite of the entire episode. So yeah, I just felt that that was a nice thing to get printed and have his signature on. However, a fez, a picture, and some prints weren't the only thing that came out of my haul. I also got this beautiful Mox of Balhoun figure. A friend gifted me this Eagle Moss 11th Doctor, which I just felt was appropriate given the day. And I also bought for just £5 this 720 13th Doctor figure, which Vote Saxon famously called the worst 13th Doctor figure. So, not sure why I bought this. I think it was more just for the meme than anything else. And no, before anyone says it, it's not because of a secret 13th Doctor stan, as some sources have suggested. But yeah, there you are. I just thought it was cheap, so why not? That's the thing with conventions. Convention halls are to nerds, what airport customs are for families. You always just end up buying a bunch of stuff that you don't need because you're at a con. But I suppose I should talk my tribulations to leave the convention. So the way I got there was I got a train in from Cardiff to London, and then my plan was, very simply, to get that train back. However, due to ongoing industrial action, my train was changed to way earlier, and had I left the convention at the time my train would have left, I'd have missed my Matt Smith picture. And there was no way I was going to travel all that way to meet Matt Smith, only to not actually fully get the picture with Matt Smith. I wasn't having it. So I stayed over the time that it would have taken for my train to leave. Problem was that I had no other way back. I mean, luckily, there were buses going, so I thought, alright, sound, I'll get an Uber. The Ubers wouldn't come. Now at this point, I'm starting to get a little bit panicked. So me and a bunch of my friends decided to go on a pilgrimage to Earl's Court, get some McDonald's, which is where this very cursed picture came from, as well as see the famous Earl's Court police box, and wait at the train station to formulate some sort of plan. I then booked another taxi in advance to try and get to the bus stop, but that one hung up on me, so that was kind of mad. Also worth bearing in mind that both my chair and phone battery were practically dead at this point. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, this trip quickly turned into Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, except it was in London and with me, a Doctor Who fan, in full 11th Doctor cosplay, stuck in London. Luckily, I did finally manage to get a bus, but it took me hours and hours to get back home. It was a rough journey back, and to be honest, I've only just woken up and it's almost 2 p.m, so yeah, that should tell you, it was a rough journey. But with all that having been said, it was still an amazing trip, one that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And something that I wanted to thank you all for is you lot, you wonderful lot who came up to me, said hello, honestly made my day. Like, every time someone did it, I just, felt so happy and so, thankful for the great community that we've built here. It's honestly just been such a nice experience meeting you all, and yeah, just know that I love you all so much. I wouldn't be sitting here talking into a microphone, talking about fezzes and figures and autographs without you guys. You guys are the ones who made it all happen, and I can't thank you enough for that. But yeah, I guess that concludes my trip to London. Let me know in the comments below whether you've met any of the Doctors. Which Doctor is your favourite? Who would you like to meet? Were you at the convention? What were your thoughts on it? Oh, and before anyone says it, I have seen the new clip of Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson, and I will be covering some of the things uncovered by the interviews at the Comic-Con, which I wasn't at, but obviously I know people who were. So yeah, that's coming tomorrow, just so you know, in case you're wondering while watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you later.